Our whole universe was in a hot, dense state that nearly 14 billion years ago expansion started. Wait, the earth began to cool, the autotrophs began to drool, Neanderthals developed tools, we built a wall. We built the pyramids. Math, science, history, unraveling the mystery that all started with a Big Bang.
The Big Bang. It was big, it went bang, and the universe just kind of popped out of nowhere, right? Not exactly. The Big Bang is a theory that describes how the universe came to be as it is now. The universe didn't suddenly go poof, and there it is. In fact, the stuff that exists now always existed, in some other way, shape, or form. The matter was just kind of a dense soup of the most basic particles, called quarks, and the intense heat forced it to expand. The matter became more organized as the universe expanded and became more organized.
But even before expansion and quark soups, what existed is what is called quantum foam. The idea of quantum foam is kind of that the stuff that all stuff exists in is the stuff that the stuff is made of.
That's a lot of stuff. Kind of confusing.
The matter that started to form in this bubbling stuff kept blipping in and out of existence, until it finally decided to exist, in a way. This organized into matter and became the quark soup and expanded and is the universe we know today.
But the Big Bang Theory isn't all the theory trying to explain what is happening in the universe. There are other theories, essentially part of the same theory, describing the way the universe may become. Before we discuss this, however, let's talk about the shape of space.
The way space is formed can be thought of as a sphere, a flat surface, or a hyperbolic parabola shape. A fancy way of saying it looks like a saddle. Each of these corresponds to a particular theory. The sphere is the Big Crunch theory. In this theory, the universe stops expanding, it starts to recompactify. The compaction forms black holes, the black holes eat each other, making one big black hole and ending the universe as a whole.
The saddle theory is called the Big Rip. And no, this is not where the universe passes major flatulence. In this model, the universe grows larger and larger and keeps growing faster and faster. The universe eventually dies by a principle called entropy, where everything loses energy and the universe becomes absolute zero, negative 273.15 degrees Celsius. But just as the Big Bang was 14 billion years ago, the big endings are probably more than 14 quadrillion years in the future, so we'll be safe, at least in our own lifetimes.
And at that rate, the sun would die and blow up, killing all life as we know it throughout our solar system before the end ever comes to the end, possibly creating a beautiful stellar nebula.
But hey, who knows, right?
You can also say that there is no shape and all shapes committed to the universe, that all of these weird shapes made up by some odd scientific mathematician is exactly just that, an unknown genius putting some really long and complicated equation to fit his own imagination to the what-ifs of the universe.
To sum it all up in layman's terms, it was the Big Bang. It was big, and it went bang. The end.
That's all, folks.